how do you guys deal with someone that's a complete idiot, off the rocker, little cray-cray?
That's not how I would describe it.
Jess is not, says that's not the word she would use, but we'll use family-friendly words. So I just had a receiver that completely lost it on me and her co-workers. Either she's having a bad day or she's one of those type of people. Nonetheless, she refused my load. So instead of me losing my crap, I stayed calm. I go, okay, no problem. I'll call my dispatch. We'll work something out. You can make a phone call too. You can do whatever you need to do on your end. I'll just wait here. And she was just going crazy in the background. The other people were arguing with her that she should have taken me and unload me. We're in Kelowna, by the way. I'm not going to say who or where we unloaded.
Nonetheless, I went back and forth like 10
Went back and forth a little bit, so what happened was my load was supposed to be delivered here, downtown Kelowna. My dispatch and paperwork had different addresses on it. My dispatch was Northern California. Northern Kelowna. Don't know how I got to California. Wow. So one copy of my paperwork says Oregon address. My dispatch said Northern Kelowna, and I show up over here and I explained it to her and she would not listen. So basically the Oregon address is the customer that, basically they're the salespeople. They're the ones making the sales, telling us where the load's going and all that. The address in Northern Kelowna was a mistake on my dispatch's end. They made a mistake. So she was arguing with these other forklift drivers, so I let her calm down. I just go, you know what, let me go talk to my dispatch. After she went back to her office, stormed off, let her cool down. She came out and sat down on the stair and had a smoke. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go talk to her again. I go, hey, I talked to my dispatch. They're gonna make some phone calls, make sure this is the right address, and then once they have the paperwork figured out, they'll send me a new dispatch.
In 400 meters, turn right on
And
Drive.
all of a sudden I got a new dispatch. I showed her the new dispatch for the proper address. She accepted it. I could have told dispatch to write whatever on there I had wanted to. We could have lied through the whole thing. Basically, this dispatch doesn't prove anything. It's just me changing the address on the paperwork. That is all this is.
Turn right at the traffic light.
We talked to the people. We know it's going here. We talked. I parked at the northern site in town, and they talked to their boss, and the boss wants it down here. So we know it's going over here. That's what the boss man said. She can't get a hold of her boss man. So dispatch said yes, they made a mistake and edited on there, sent the dispatch, gave the receiver a small little victory that yes, she was right. She had right to refuse the load. We now have the right paperwork. And she unloaded me. Simple as that. So if someone loses their stuff, be patient with them. And give them a little victory. Very often just being polite to them and saying absolutely you have to do your job, you're the receiver, you have to make sure you're receiving the paperwork right. So I understand your point of view. Let me do my part to see if we can get this justified. Yeah, and the reason why she lost it because she said recently she got in a lot of trouble for receiving something that was supposed to go to Oliver and not up here. So she had to prove a point to the other people in her work area. her co-workers that she was right, so we gave her that little victory, and then we were good to go to unload and go. Hey, Garmin, why are you making me go that way? Why am I still stopped here too? It's like the traffic's moving again. That's a very short yellow light. Okay, Garmin, I disagree with your directions. I'm going to go left instead of right.
Turn right on Park Avenue.
Garmin is great for a place you don't know where you're going. But if I know there's a route that's literally half an hour shorter, I don't know why it wouldn't let me take that route. It wants me to go through the Okanagan south to Osoyoos, when I can take Highway 33 instead. Trip sheets, yep. I think we're making delivery today, right? Yeah, so I have to wait till that's filled out. So I can't do our trip sheet yet. It's cut off. I have to hand in all our paperwork today. No, I'm not going to turn around. We're headed empty to Klesnikov and loading there to Eastport, but looking at the time, I don't think we're unloading today. I took too long with all the shenanigans today morning. Don't think we'll actually unload that load today. The plan was to unload it today, but I don't think it's going to happen. Hilarious. Garmin's still insisting I turn around. Have you guys ever seen this before in any other city, ever? We've got an HOV lane in the granny lane. So all the turning on and turning off is the HOV lane. So I'm not allowed to be in that left lane, right lane, left lane. I'm not allowed to be in the right lane. Told you I was dyslexic. I'm not allowed to be in the right lane unless I'm turning on or off. Or HOV, electric vehicle, motorcycle, or carpooling, or a bus. I just don't see it being an HOV lane. It's just not. There's no incentive to carpool to be in that lane. It's not faster than these lanes. The incentive to HOV is if you're carpooling, you're saving carbon dioxide by only taking one vehicle and getting the luxury of a faster lane that's emptier. Less traffic in the faster lane. But there's no way that HOV lane is the faster lane. The far left lane is the fastest lane here. And because you can only be in that lane if you're turning off, people like this truck in front of me was in this lane the whole time. If you see a police officer behind you, all you do is turn off. You can't enforce it. It's like, oh, there's a police officer following me, or okay, let's turn off the road, and no longer a ticket. It was you were intending to turn off. That was their intentions the whole time. I don't know. I think it's just a little silly. Just get rid of the HOV and just make it 3 lanes. It'd be better than it is now. Well, not necessarily. Oh, what's the dude doing in the middle of the roadway? Not necessarily. If the HOV wasn't there, trucks would be taking the far left lane. We're always... Huh? Far right lane, oh boy. That kind of day, huh? Yeah, all of us trucks would be in the far right lane. Well, a lot of us would be anyway, so... It would slow buses down probably. But then again, I think we're all smart enough not to be in that lane to avoid the buses. I don't know. I don't know. I just know it doesn't work as well as HOV lanes in other cities. Puff of smoke coming from the truck. I don't know if that's smoke or condensation, or is it when we come to a stop, a bunch of water drops fall onto the muffler because the muffler is underneath us? Very often when we come to a stop, there's always this puff of smoke or steam coming from the truck. I don't know if it always did that and I didn't notice it, but I've definitely noticed it the last month or so. What in the world is that on the sidewalk? Is that like an indoor, it's got like a steering wheel column. It says good luck. Yeah, it just takes up the whole sidewalk. It's like, think if I drag my heels a little here, I'll get a green light. Oh, what are you doing? One more light and then we're out. No, there's another one up top, I think, right? Yeah, there's more up there. Already a hot day. Yeah, I think a rule of thumb, if you're in West Kelowna, you take the Okanagan to Soyuz and go over the mountain that way. If you're in Kelowna, you take Highway 33. Crossing the bridge is quite a bit of time. In West Kelowna, especially since our office is like further south in West Kelowna, it makes more sense if you're doing West Kelowna that you would take Highway 97. But if you're in Kelowna, Highway 33 makes more sense. That, I think, is the last light for us. That should be the last light. Yes? Just pulled up to it, so it's going to go yellow very soon. Oh yeah, there's one more up there. Okay, fine. That is the last light for the third time. I don't see any vehicles at that intersection, so it should stay green for us. Black Mountain Golf and Grill. Public welcome. Not some elite golf club. I wish the speed limit went to 100 a little earlier. That way I could get some momentum going down here. Especially if you're loaded, try to get to 100 down here. So that way when you start climbing, you have momentum already. And turn the AC on a little bit. Get a little cooler in here. You can keep the breeze for you. Just because I close the window doesn't mean Jess has to close the window. Brake check on the way down into Kelowna. I do like how they made a flat, even spot to park to do the brake check. You come in steep and leave steep, but the actual parking area is flat. There we go. Out. Time to cruise and make some time. Well, how do you make time? And then, you know what? If there's a loaded truck going the same direction we are, up ahead, climbing a big white, we're not going to make any extra time. You're like, hey, I'm empty. I want to make really good time. No. The loaded trucks still keep you going a nice slow speed. When is safety meeting? It's 11. Yeah. It's 9:10 now. I should have self-service down there. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes, where I'll be for the safety meeting. Good point. Yeah, that'll delay me even more, so. Yeah, if I can drive during the safety meeting, that's optimal, but sometimes I gotta pull over depending on where I am for cell service. Find a place that I won't lose cell service, but I might have to stop at Christina Lake because we might be going over the Pulse, and I don't know, we'll have to see. We'll see where we will be at 11 o'clock. I like the new redesign of this corner. It does get tighter at the end, so you gotta make sure you're wide all the way, or else you will hit those no posts. But they're definitely wider than it used to be. don't have to cross the yellow line. Into the forest. Well guys, thank you for watching. Remember, if someone else is losing their cool around you, you staying calm and giving the other person a small little victory can sometimes defuse the situation. And give them a little bit of time. Give some people time. If they're blowing up, let them go into their office. Make some phone calls on your end. Work it out on your end, and then once they've calmed down a bit, go, hey, this is what's going on my end. And this time, they worked it pretty good. Worked it pretty good. All it was me changing the address on it with a dispatch, saying it so that she could see my dispatch. It looks all official to her, but all it is my dispatch typing in whatever they want to type in. The information's correct, but all we had to do is give them a little victory, and things went nice and smooth. We all knew we were at the right place. So yeah, hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed. We'll see you tomorrow. See if we make this Eastport run, or if we're waking up in Eastport. We'll see. We'll see.